Hello, all my dear divine counterparts. We're going to be watching this reading today, and we are doing the reading for the month of December 2019. Now here we will be looking at the universal energies for this divine partnership. All right, so let's look at what are the energies, overall energies at this divine partnership level. What are the overall energies for the divine partnership? Alrighty. Okay, so let's look at the overall energies for the divine partnership, and we have the Hermit. Now here, considering this is more of the universal energies, overall universal energies which are driving these partnerships, or you can say it's at the middle and the center of it. If there are two sides, then this is that connecting line. So here we have the Hermit, which means that the universe is kind of in that quarantine state, wherein maybe the lines are merging, and then universe has to be in that still in that quarantine state, in that the calm allowing state, so that both the parties can kind of take that move ahead. And this could also mean that feminine and the masculine, divine feminine and the divine masculine also are reflecting a lot within themselves. It is not, I'm sensing that there is a lot of reflective time which is needed, and universe is providing that time to each counterpart, so that they can be reflective about things. And this is what we are sensing is the energies for December. Now here, now let's kind of look at further, little bit more on the adding on the, because this deck is a major arcana deck. I generally do add it up with the normal deck as well. So we have, can you believe that we have another major arcana? You can't see that. Let me just kind of move this ahead. We have the Chariot there. So that's a beautiful card to have. So universe is in the state of allowing or giving that time for divine partners to reflect, so that they're ready for the movement, and which is happening. And both of these energies are kind of complementing each other. The very counter energies. One is very still, and one is like kind of complete movement. And that's what we will see is the right mix or the balance in the month of December here. And what I'm sensing here is that one side where there is this Rishi, or there is this Hermit. The other side, we have the movement which is happening. This is needed. So we have this calmness or that collectiveness of the consciousness which is needed, so that there could be the movement in the physical, or there could be movement at the soul level, or there could be movement at the spiritual, or all the aspects here is what I'm sensing here. And that's what I'm sensing. So when you talk about the Hermit, or this is a Rishi, this card here, the Hermit is a very spiritual and reassuring card. For he symbolizes withdrawal into one own center point, where the direction of the still inner voice may be clearly heard. And that's what it is. So both the counterparts are kind of being drawn into this energy, so that they can clearly hear each other. So in any reading, when you get the Hermit, it often suggests a need for the time alone, and that's what is universe granting or giving. So it's a period of reflection when distractions are limited, because you're kind of so drawn within, and that's what is happening. And the Hermit stands for the still center and must be created for balance, and because this is needed to create that balance and harmony. And whenever this kind of comes, Rishi, or this card comes in the reading, it can represent a quest for deeper understanding or the truth of a situation, and that's why it's needed. And once kind of and that in itself is a movement, and the Chariot supports it's because there is a movement within, and that's a bigger movement. It's very easy to kind of open your eyes and connect to the outer world and involve with your senses to the outwardly world, but then it's difficult to kind of shut those senses and connect with your higher self and higher senses. So that's what movement is happening as well, and there is this movement ahead. And that's the overall energies for the month of December. Now let's see, I'm going to be pulling cards from the different decks so that we will see what's happening. I'll be using mix of decks here. Now I'm using this one, the Witch's Tarot, and let's see what the energies are, the universal energies are. What is divine? Okay, I've got two. No. Okay. Alright, so I've got 4 cards here, and I'll take that. This reading might be, it is fine, I should not be even saying that. See, okay, so we have got, I'll go from top to the bottom. And here we have the King of Pentacles. Now, overall energies, now here what we are sensing is, and this group we are, see, there is this focus of bringing everything to the material plane. And that focus is happening. Universe is universe is focusing on bringing that entire, now on the ether plane or all the astral plane. Yes, things are there, but now it's time to ground things, and you can see that how the universe is focusing on that that pentacle here, and that's what is happening. And here, whatever was little sneaky or whatever was not serving onto the higher plane, or if there were some games which were played, or if there was anything like that which happened in the past, there is, because I'm saying in the past because see, there is this card which I saw, and which is there for the 8 of Cups. There is this movement, so that stealth energy is what we are moving away from, and considering one divine counterparts needs to be in this energy of self-love and being in a balanced state, and that's what the overall energies for the Rishi, and that's the Hermit and the Chariot is. There is this the state wherein universe is bringing them so that they are in the aligned state, very independent, very in that space of self-love, and that's what universe is bringing out there. And that stealth energy is something which is moving away. There is also movement, and I'm also kind of getting other messages out here. There is also movement for a lot of stuff which is not serving each one of them. I mean, if it could be some karmic connections, karmic, not only the connections here, but karmic accounts settling, things ought to be moving around and moving. There is a lot of closures is what I'm sensing as well in the month of December. And please know that pick whatever resonates, because this is a general reading, right? Now let's see what are the further messages which we are getting. Changing the deck again. Okay, we have, oh brilliant, we have the 10 of again, a lot of earthly energy you can see. We have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the King of Pentacles, and now we have the 10 of Pentacles. And I've got one more card here as a 7 of Cups. All right, so there is this probably because as the divine counterparts are, the universe is kind of pushing them to go within, and that how things can be materialized on the earthly plane, because there's a sense that it can bring forth this right balance of the masculine and the feminine, can bring forth this beautiful abundance, which is 10 of Coins on the earthly plane, abundance of every kind. So this also, because when you're connecting, not immediately you'll have the clarity or the amount of clarity as to how it's all manifesting on the physical plane, because this is on the physical plane, this is earthly, and so there ought to be some confusion. There ought to be the universe will sort those confusions out in the month of December, so that, because this is what we got, and those confusions will be sought or will be put behind, and as you move along and keep getting the clarity, and as you kind of reconnecting to yourself, keep reflecting deep within as to how things are going to be working out. And it's not that you need to leave, when it talks about how things are working out, you don't have to put everything in the plans as to go, but it ought to be in more of the surrender state. And that's what I'm getting the message around here. Now let's move along further. Let's see what the further messages are for the month of December, the universal energies for the divine partnership. Okay, but there is also this energy of some anxiety, some anxiousness, wherein because not everything has been cleared out. There's a lot of still reflection which is happening. Not there is though commitment which is materializing, and for many of you, I'm saying, and I pray and hope that's how it is. But for some of you, or for people, this is coming onto the material world, because we are going from the 9 to 10, and it may happen. But for a group of you, or for some of you, there's still the things is, the plan is there, not yet hatched, right? And divine is kind of putting that, because we've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups there. There's still confusion as to how this is coming around. It's not clearly out with because it's the combination you need to look at. It's still not, there's still a confused state as to how this entire thing will come out. And that may cause some bit of anxiety, but then that's what it is. You need to surrender. I'm just pulling out one more card here. You just need to surrender and let the divine. And this is also okay, what is the Hangman? See, we're getting that the whole change of perspective. Things are still in the suspended state because their perspectives needs to change. This anxiety this could be the dark night of the soul, which still we keep going through, and maybe not that strongly, but yes, for masculine, they might be going through a deep dark night of the souls. And because there is no action, non-action is also causing this, but that's fine, because it's changing perspectives, and that's what is needed. Changing perspectives is a need out there. Now let's kind of move ahead and let's see what the further messages are. Okay. Let's see what is there. Okay. I was hoping to get that, because while I was shuffling the cards, because before I start the reading, I also give a nice shuffle to the cards, and I saw a lot of Queen of Swords and a lot of I think 3 or 4 times I saw in different decks Queen of Swords, and one I saw King of Swords as well. And I was wondering that yes, there is something about truth which is there, and that is what we have as the Ace of Swords. And so there is going to be revelations. Yes, these are all the energies and the forces which we will go through. Again, remember that this is in a month also. We can go through different variety of energies, and we can go through a variety of season in 1 month. That I'm talking about the deep within, what we go through, right? And there we have the Ace of Swords now. With this Ace of Sword energy, there is clarity, there is truth. And after this, and this card has come out, and I'm kind of been getting a message that this is kind of in sequentially, which may happen, that once we kind of have this dark night of the soul, and there's a change in perspective, there is going to be a clarity, because there is clarity, right? There is change in perspective which will bring clarity. So there is clarity, there is truth which is kind of standing firm and forth, and it is a new beginning as well. But that will all begin once there is enough clarity. So probably if there was no clarity as to, because there was confusion, right? Because these are 2 opposite cards. So I mean, if in the month itself we will see that okay, we might kind of go through different energies, but then it's coming out to be with clarity. There was confusion, but then clarity also will be there in this month. So we will have that clarity here with the Ace of Swords. Now let's see I'm going to get one more. Okay, so there definitely is clarity. There is definitely, and what is this truth, right? When you get that Ace of Swords, we talk about truth. What is this truth? There is your truth, there is my truth. Yes, those are our truths, but then there is a divine truth. There is a soul truth, wherein our truth and your, you know, that could be defying that. But this is about connecting with your soul's truth and the higher self truth. And that is what this truth is. That is what is coming out now in open. And because we have the Chariot and this connection which we are reflecting back, you know, going within and trying to get the answers. And there is this movement. This is all bringing forth the truth and the clarity. Now let's see. We have 9 of Fire, all right. So, okay, the universe, so I'm just reading this up. Don't give up. Protect that which you have created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So that's kind of energy. The universe is guiding the counterparts not to give up on this at all, not to give up on this balance, not to give up on this the union between masculine and feminine, and don't give up because you have stayed invested. We have 2 9s here. That's also the kind of closure. Or kind of coming to the completion of the cycle, wherein the painful times are going to be probably ending here. And here universe is saying that don't give up, and you've stayed invested for so long. But then that doesn't mean don't give up and letting go are 2 things, is also what I'm getting a message here, that many of you should not be kind of putting your life on hold. Live your life to the fullest, stay in the surrendered state, keep going within, because that's what the energy is. So get into the meditate every day. If you've not been regular, get into that practice, because universe is supporting you. That's where a lot of answers will come as well. As you meditate, a lot of answers will come. And let's see what further angels have a message here. What is a message from angels? And also believe in yourself, right? So that is about standing firm and standing tall there. Reconsider. So here we have the message from the angels as reconsider, and this is, I will not give any clarification on this one because this will apply to each one of us very differently. So you need to again reflect yourself, get into your own connect to your own deep within. What is it telling you? And I will just kind of put that card. There are answers which are coming forth for each one of you out here as you kind of look at that card. So close your eyes and probably just you kind of take a deep breath. If you need to pause in here, do that, but you will get your answers. So reconsider what is something which you know, right? I'm not going to be showing any light, and that's what my guidance is telling me, that not to talk about anything on this card. You will know, each one of you know as to what it means to you. So, but I would be curious to know as to what it means to you, and do let me know that in the comment box, just out of my curiosity. Yeah, I am getting my own messages out here. Yeah, but that's fine. Okay, so here let's go and get some further cards from Archangel Michael or the Romance Angels. Okay, we've got 1 card. All right, can you believe this? Well, universe is saying that the situation is already resolved, and that's how they're working. The situation is already resolved is the state universe is operating. It's just that it's kind of resolved in the 5D already, and for many of us, because a lot of pentacly energy is coming around, the truth is out. So this is getting resolved. The situation is getting resolved out here. And I'm just guided to take 1 more card from here. Oh, forget about the 1. We've got 2. Right. So we've been talking about this. I'm just kind of talking about this card actually. Love yourself first, because that's what we've been talking about. Self-love and all that is what universe is working. A lot of energies of that is coming forth. And furthermore, there's a confirmation if universe is also ensuring that while you are on this journey, your home is protected by angels, because there's a lot of you who might be focusing on yourself. You might be stepping out, doing a lot of stuff for yourself, and catering to your own well-being in a way that which will cater to you, and you will have a lot of space for you. You will be loving yourself a lot, so you don't have to really worry about anything when you're talking about the self-love. Well, you might sound a little selfish to others, but that's okay. Meanwhile, if any of you are kind of getting stopped because you're worried about your home life or about your home children or anything to do with your home and family, you don't have to worry, because your home is also protected by angels and you are loving yourself. And that's what is the message here. Now I am seeing that if there's anything else I need to pick. I'm just kind of adding one top up just for as I'm guided on each one of them. All right, so let's see what does the top up look like. Not too many. I think okay, they're asking me to just keep one each on top of. So okay, so we have the world here. That's what universe is saying, that there are cycles which are ending, and this is the time for the divine counterparts to be in the state of self-love and focus on the universe is focusing on how these things can be manifested on the worldly plane. And there are the cycles which are coming to end. We have 10 of coins there and 10 of so not only in the universe is not only working on bringing that on the earthly plane with the 10 of pentacles. There ought to be a lot of abundance in all aspects. They're also seeing to it that there are emotional contentment also. There is the happy family life, as you can see. So this union is going to bring in a lot of contentment. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here on this one here. So when there is a Hangman, there is a lot of self-love which is also around, and universe is showering that that love as you love yourself in self-love. Universe is showering that continuous support with this Queen of Pentacles, and this support you will feel coming around from people around you, people in your environment, because universe will keep giving it to you. And as you connect more and more, this is what you will see is coming around, because again, a lot of pentacles. You can see that we have the King of Pentacles and now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now let's see. Okay, we have the King of Wands for the with the Ace of Swords here. So there is this confident energy also. When the truth comes out, or when the truth or the clarity is there, automatically there'll be the confidence which will get gained. And this is also the action card. For many of you, it will lead into the action. And let's see what that Nine of Fire. I've got two cards here, and I will put it on one reconsider also. There is this Devil energy. There is this, what I'm sensing is that, yes, then don't give up, in spite of the fact that many of you would have felt that there is this toxicity, or howsoever you pronounce that, the toxic energy, which was as well, you sense that in the connection, but then still don't give up and protect what you've created there. If you felt codependent, if you felt there was toxic energy, or if you felt that there was negativity, still give up and give it a fresh start. And we have Nine of Fire there, which is Nine of Wands, and we have the Nine of Wands again. So reconsider again. Okay, I am just kind of speaking out because this message is making me, and this could apply to you. Will get your messages as I said, but then this further I'm adding up that this is so again, reconsider giving up. So if you are thinking of giving up, don't give up, just let go. And because there's a Nine of Pentacles, you've been invested on this for really, really long. And so don't reconsider on giving up there. I've got a few cards here. Okay, so there is this universe creating this offer, for wherever there is this non-contentment with the current energies. Universe is bringing that up. Universe is working here. It's like the partnership to bring this energy, to resolve this situation on the material plane as well. On the situation is already resolved, but then it's coming around in this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups energy, and that's what it is. And everything is going to be protected. Your home, your family, your loved ones, and you just need to keep loving yourself. And here there is a partnership. Universe is making that offer, building that up out there. That's wonderful. So that's a reading for now. And if you want a private reading, you can always write to agnya8@gmail.com. That's been mentioned in the description box below. Well, that's about it, and wish you all a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year ahead. And I would want to extend my heartfelt gratitude for all those who have subscribed to my channel and continue to subscribe, and each day I'm adding on to the subscribers. That's wonderful. It really means a lot to me, and all your comments, your liking, subscribing, your liking, commenting, I mean all that, the way you support it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much once again. Take care and be happy.